Hello and welcome back to the final part of our Goatmen Shaman SOVL run. Just got to finish off the last section of Act 2 here, so we'll go through our one battle. And we'd like the elite, but obviously we want to try and aim for that campsite up to the end to fully replenish ourselves for the final fight. So we're going to head up this way, we'll see what the random event is. I think where we left off, we got, some weird kind of splits apart. The good boys and chihuahuas are in good stead. The Mongol pack has a rather nice number of guys. I like the size it's currently building too. We can get some replenishment on the Ibex warriors. Now at this stage in the campaign, we can start to be a bit more strategic and think about how much XP we've got and how we want to balance it. So we'll get one from the fight. We may or may not get one from the random chance. There's a potentially it could be an extra fight, but it's incredibly unlikely, so we won't count on it. So one from there, and at the campsite, when you enter the campsite, all your units get one round of healing, and then you're given a choice between a point of experience or an additional round of healing. So you kind of look, well, is there anyone who would benefit from the XP? If we get one from the battle, and we could get up to one, so the guys with 2 XP will level up anyway, and the guys with 0 XP won't level up regardless. So the only ones we're concerned with are the ones with 1 XP. So we'd want to hit the XP button at the campsite for the Minotaurs, so let's not try and lose. We'll get 1 back for free when we enter the campsite, so we could go down to 2 and be unconcerned. If we go down to 1, then I'll have to heal 1 at the end of this battle instead of taking gold, so we can kind of measure it that way. These are all fine. The Mongol pack will level they'll level regardless, so don't worry about them. The chariot, the Longhorn is on. We'll get a lot of hate, like 3 to 4 back when it heals or something, so it'll be pretty much full HP anyway. So I'd like the XP there. Longhorn will level, and then the Ibex warriors could in theory level. So let's try and be a bit ginger with them and not expose them to too much risk. Otherwise I think we'll be fine. Yep, we'll just go into this last battle. We'll try and generate as much gold as possible, acknowledging that there are some units where we don't have to be concerned about or how much HP they come out of this with. I'm going first, okay. A bit awkward to put dogs around that side, so I'll just put them on that flank like that. There'll probably be something. Yeah, the one downside to the build we've got, it's quite mobile. It's an all melee build, it's quite fast, but it's no flying units. It's a very grounded approach, so we can't instantly spring onto their back stuff as easily as we perhaps could otherwise. Could I? I can do this with the chariot because it's got the ambusher ability that's to deploy halfway up, which is quite nice. Maybe not that far as pushing it, but that'll do. And then you can come there, go to there, and then I know there might be something shooting at us, so let's protect our valuable stuff again. Obviously I'd rather nothing hit the dogs, so just stay nice and far back if you can. In fact, you can even come. Oh, that's great. They have ambusher as well, so come nice and far forward. There you go, just be the meat shield for us, please. That's what I'm up against quite a lot. We have monstrosity. We don't really want to fight that head on. Flamethrower units who are highly potent but limited in range, so we can play around them. Conscripts who are spear rats, basically with a chieftain. Halberdier rats, legionaries. Skulkers who have somehow merged unit proximity with the Ratkin alphas, the rat trolls. More skulkers, more flamers, and more Ratkin alphas. Okay, so no really long range nasty stuff, so what I can do is I can pass as many turns as I like because they're not going to be able to shoot me. I say that I got a little bit lucky there. I could have reached me there if I was a fraction further forward. I mean, I deployed in that position intentionally because I knew it would be just out of range. Witness my genius. So they're going to come forward. I don't want to fight a Ratkin monstrosity with feral hounds. I'll probably put the giant onto it. So what I'll do is I'll have the giant throw his rock at this while I have the chance. Start chipping away at these. And by chipping away, I mean almost entirely kill. Yeah, that's... okay, well, apparently I'm not coming around there this turn. I need to delay a couple turns with some chaff units, so you're not going to get into fights yet. I would love to get the last shot from Shadowbot onto that and finish it off, but I can't quite reach, so the Skulkers are a good target. Goat magic. Instantly killing 3 of them. They are quite fragile. I'm going to come around this way. Right, good. I know where that's landed now, so I don't have to particularly do battle with it. Just get away from it, come over here and be more useful in the actual main fighting area. Maybe you can eventually flank those. How am I going to do this? Are you fast enough? No, they're actually faster than I am, so I'm not going to be able to be cheeky. and get any good flanks here. So they'll come forward, they'll come forward, they'll come forward. I need to wait until that one moves to know what I'm doing with the longhorn. So let's, again, just delay back here somehow. Yeah, just stand where you are. Good, okay. Now I've got better movement range than the alpha, so what I could in theory do is just go back and swing back around. So my objective here is to hit that irritating flamer unit without getting engaged by the big scary shot. So I can't go that far. Okay, I can in theory see them, but I think if I tried this, remember you have to be able to draw a straight line from the centre of your unit to the centre of the enemy's facing. Yeah, we're definitely going to hit that rock, so we can't go like that. What if I go this way instead? I think that's a bit better. Just need to get beyond the wall. Perfect, there you go. So I can clearly see them. Well, I say clearly, I'm maybe pushing it a bit there. I think it would be an easy charge. Okay, yeah, I'm confident now. So I should be able to draw a direct line of sight to them and then go straight into them, ignoring the Ratkin Alphas. If they then charge me in the subsequent turn, I have better movement, so I can just flee away from them. A good means of assassinating those annoying flamers there. Forward they come. Okay, we need to immediately do something about that. Good news is I have a very fast unit of dogs hanging out here. Let's not... I think my movement's better than theirs, so I can just stand beyond their charge range and still get my flank. Yes, I can. So hover over them. Let's see. The majority of my unit is in that side. As a bit of a kind of impromptu trick, you can use the enemy's own cone as a reference for whether or not you're majority in front or side. Because, of course, if you hover over this, the line basically follows the cone. So there you go. We're clearly in the majority of that flank, so we've got them. Although I say that, we might get stuck because they're going to come forward and block me. Not really anything I can do about that. I just have to hope I can pull off the charge anyway. Just my Minotaurs left. Well, I'd like them to flank something eventually. Okay, tell you what, just in case I can't do it with that unit of hounds, maybe I can get this into a position to do it. So I'm out of range of everyone. I can see them and I can hit them. And it's entirely flanked, so perfect. We'll just leave you there. I think I'm okay. I don't think they've blocked me there. Right, I'm gonna look so you can hit those for me. You're gonna charge me there. I'm gonna... Now, do I want to intercept them with the Minotaurs or the Hounds? I use the Hounds. They'll then get stuck there, which is amusing. They might side charge you later, at which point I can then just flee and flank them with a different unit, which is probably the way to go. Minotaurs will more likely be needed to deal with something in this mess, so yeah, let's use the Hounds. I don't particularly want to charge any of these right now, so I think that's okay. The Alphas are tough, but they've got terrible discipline, and I've got a nice flank on them, so that should be an easy win. I'd love to throw the rock at that, but I need to see where that moves first, because I want this to flank it this turn, so let's instead buy time by using abilities. I'm power 4, 5 on the charge with Fangs, and I intend to use Greater Fury on them from my Shaman, so 6, 7 against defense 4. No need to use the extra power from my Longhorn here, because he's power 5, 6 already. They're only defense 2, he's not going to get any benefit from doing that, so that's completely wasted if we tried. Again, we need to stall a bit. So they're going to get stuck, don't worry about them. Let's do this now. Greater Fury. That unit. Definitely enough to chew through those Ratkin Alphas now. I could probably get you into position to flank that poorly moved unit of Skulkers there. Yeah, there's nothing they can do about it. The only thing to be concerned of is if they stand and fight and turn around, they might block my charge. So let's just move more this way and make an easier charge of it. Can't do that. I don't have a movement range. Okay, we'll go forward then. It was a nice idea, but we're a bit slow. Oh, great, now I'm going to have to wiggle around with this for ages. There you go, I can clearly see them, they can't see me, that's fine. They look good, now I know what that is. I'm not going to be able to get the flank I want on it, it's a bit annoying. So instead I'll just use you to finish this off before it can ever burn me. I am the superior ranged army. Well, just Ironhide. Do I have better movement than a Ratkin monstrosity? No, we have basically the same. No, in fact, it has one better pip of movement than I do. You've got me there. They'll come forward, which is a tad annoying. How do I stop that? You'll be locked in place. Guess I can have you stomp up here. Maybe I can just use the hounds as a distraction unit and just never engage it and just dance around forever. Not a terrible idea. Oh, they come. It's not a flank there, annoyingly. So you're going to get pinned in place by flanking them. I might be able to get these into a position to flank those. It's going to be tough with this unit directly in the way. I don't think I have the movement for this. Not quite. I'm not going to be able to pull this off, am I? So you can get to here, but then getting close enough to move the blue cone into range gets you into, you're too close to this unit range and you end up getting stuck. Oh, maybe that'll work if I just go forward a bunch after I twist the touch and get as far. I have to twist further to the side and move forward. Like that. I think that works. So I'm not in range. I can see them just about. I think my cone gets them there. It's hard to tell honestly, but we followed this one, so follow this around. I think it's in them, and then drawing a straight line from there to there is doable, so I could in theory intercept them. You stand in place, we've planned for that, you can just run away later. Okay, you've moved, so I can move this now. How am I going to get this? It's annoying because the blocks are all tightly knit, so I can't get around them. They're going to come forward. The legionaries are the one thing I really don't want to hit head on, so I'm just going to move away from them. In fact, I'll move away with this unit first, because we know what it's going to do already. Okay, I know where they've landed now. They've landed into a position where I can easily... okay, so I can flank them with that unit, but they're going to be a hassle. I can lose 1 Minotaur and up to 2 by healing, so I think I'd be okay. And for engaging the Ratkin Chieftain is a pain because of Deadly Strike. So once per battle, melee attacks do double wounds against multi-wound targets. He's specifically good at killing big things. I don't really want to fight him with either of these. I could step away. That's not a flank. That's not a flank anymore because he's just in the way now. So you might end up getting hit head on. I'm more happy though to send the Feral Giant into it because they're just going to bounce off. They're power 3, he's power 4. He can hurt it with his hand weapon and shield, but only him. Everyone else is completely worthless. And it's got Putrid Stench, so yeah, I'm happy just to allow the Giant to tank that one for me. It does mean you're going to have to fight something head on. Oh well, you've got plenty of regeneration. And you're going to back away from those in a moment. Okay, so our Longhorn against a weapon unit. Surely this won't be too difficult. Well, they're still alive, annoyingly. And you managed to take a wound against the tiny weapon. That's not very smart. The dogs should be fine. Better skill re-rolling. 11 hits and then power 7. Yeah, they eat all but 1. Fine, they hit back quite hard because they are big, but never mind. Also done. Oh, if they can reach me there, that's quite... No, they can charge into that, but I can ignore them. Okay, here we go. I have to go first. Right, I guess I can hit that one before anything else happens. They're going to somehow charge me back. That was unexpected. I didn't think they'd reach me. I could do that, I guess, and make sure they can't bother me. It also means they can't charge me with anything else, which is convenient. But it does mean they get all of their attacks, which is a bit annoying. That is a longer line than that, so even if I try this, I think they're going to intercept me here. Yeah, I'll just have to take that head on. I don't want to fight the Skulkers particularly. I'd rather get the flank, so I'm not going to be able to help with this one. In fact, I'm just going to cover hit Flee, because getting hit by all of that is terrible. No, thank you. Counter. I could flee that unit and just leave you to deal with them. And then they get out of position terribly, and I can flank them very easily with the Minotaur, so I think that's a good idea. So I'll have you flee. You're going to hit there. I'm going to have that one flee because I don't want to fight that head on. Everything else is sort of okay. Doing a lot of running away this turn. You get away to a position of relative safety. Stop blowing the horns, please. I can't take it. Finally done. Okay, let's try and rally some things first. He fails with his, even with his good discipline. That's kind of annoying. Okay. He uses his Deadly Strike, as we knew he would. The Mongol pack passes because of all their ranks. Their flamers keep running. My hounds fail. They've got poor discipline, so never mind. I'll lose that one. That's okay. the single Ratkin Alpha fails. Right. Everyone, their entire army's moved already, so I'm just free to shuffle around now. Again, don't fight the monstrosity. I'm dedicating you to ignoring it the entire battle. In fact, we're probably better off just doing this. Come down this way. I'm going to drag myself this way intentionally so he doesn't hit that one in the back. That would be very annoying. So come here and then twist that way with the intention of going over there. Okay, who do I want to hit what in the flank? Or even the back if I have the movement for it. I can get to there. And I can rear charge those. That's pretty good for me. I'll take that. This is more of a hassle. They're going to end up... Well, hopefully they charge that one rather than something else. You activate it now because you're not going to use it another occasion. And then the reroll, you can either improve your own. It shouldn't really be necessary. They're only power 3. Yeah, I mean, I'll take some casualties, but they should just all die, honestly. So let's go ahead and help the giant so it breaks this unit quickly. Well, I say that, well, the power wouldn't help the giant because it's already getting over, so the rerolls are all I would benefit from. I don't really need them. I think I'd rather win this one, just for the ramifications of what's going to happen over here. They're going to go off the field, which is a bit annoying. Okay, Amguk with his rerolls, all 3. Killing all 3, bonk, bonk, bonk. And then the Grim Fists, the Avex Warriors, benefit from the reroll a bit, and just kill the rest. Good. How many do I take in recompense? Unfortunately, it's a 3-up save and not 2-up, so it is going to hurt me quite a bit. Okay, try and hit my giant. I need you to miss. Oh, he still hit. That's annoying. I took no damage from the Deadly Strike. Fantastic. Got away with it. Hidden 4s, but not really. 2s, no damage. So I should be able to win, yeah, even without the rerolls. That was a good choice there. And they break because they're scaredy cats. Or scaredy rats, rather. You want to charge me there? I think not. I can't run with the Longhorn now. He's now stuck in fleeing units, can't then run away, so I'm just going to have to take it. I could put those in the back. I'm going to leave it for now. I'm not putting those into there. They'll win anyway, so that's a waste. Yeah, let's just take that as it is. Here we go. I'll wait and see if they rally, so let's try and rally mine first. Yay, the good boys are back. Well done, good boys. Forward they come. I'm just really not interested in acknowledging your existence, I'm afraid. Round they come. So if this is still happening, then you're going to be in a bit of trouble. Would the extra power help? 5 to 6 against defense 4. No. 5. Yeah, without the charge, you really do kind of suck a bit. I guess the power would help with you hitting that one, so you might as well. Something rallied somewhere. Wasn't you. It was that big brick there rallied, so I need to do something about that now. Which will of course be you hitting it. Before I do that, can I squeak off a rock into that monstrosity first and then charge them? Do a wound for free. And we zip out the way and hit them in the spine. They're still running, which is great. They'll leave the field. Who else needs help? You shouldn't need any help at all. I suspect you'll just mince that unit. No questions asked. You might want to come over here. Help out against those in case this is going on, like it probably will be. You're also going to get charged again anyway, which is kind of annoying. Yeah. And then you, I might be a bit clever. What I can do is intentionally put them in a position to take the charge of the Ratkin Alphas. I still think they'll charge him and not you, which is unfortunate. Although they can't really fit there. So they're probably charging to me. And then because I'm quite close to the edge of their max charge range, I'll just elect to run away. Take this. 2 wounds. Okay. Minotaur should have no problem here with their 6 attacks each now. They're basically all characters in their own right. Yep. No surprises. This is a bit more grim. 2 hits. He's likely going to take a lot of damage because of their sheer number. Yeah, he's already dead. Because even at power, because it's only defense 5, if it was defense 6, it'd be a lot more survivable, but this just isn't good enough. He drew combat, but he didn't survive, so oh well. Okay, them in place. You could charge into them again and just finish them off. Probably not a good idea. I'd rather use that for more important things. You're stuck, but I intend to flee you anyway. You're going to get hit in the front. That's fine. I can just beat them and then regenerate the unit. Yeah, that's okay. I was kind of hoping to get around them more effectively. It might be a bit hard in this position. Just rally those now. Nope, going to keep going. It's a bit annoying, but never mind. Something on their side rally. That was those. So again, I just have you. This is. Oh, you've broken in a really irritating position here, guys. I guess you can get to there and hit them in the back. Annoyingly, they're going to get charged again. Well, this unit will probably be dead, so it'll actually be the mongrel pack that gets charged. Which, if something has to die, I'd rather it be them. And then you can ignore this unit on account of the fact that it's going to get hit by minotaurs. Have you race your way up here. It's going to take you 2 turns to get to a useful position, I'm afraid. Is there anything else I can do? Try coming around this way. Not really. And yeah, ignore monstrosity, please. Okay. Still have lots of attacks, but I'm high defense, so they do nothing. Wow. They're getting the demonic defense on. This has been quietly a bit of a ringer throughout the campaign. They tank a lot of damage. Okay, I guess you're fighting alphas now. This might be a bit more difficult because I don't have any rerolls. Or no, they still fail the morale. Funny. Can't run because they've got... Oh no, I can flee. I thought, well, surely their movement is sufficiently good enough that they can catch me. Okay, well, I won't look at gift loss of math. I'll happily flee that unit so I can then put the giant into their side. Or maybe even the dogs, who turns how I feel. I'll leave that alone. That's all I want to do for now. Be easy to intercept those now. That doesn't matter at all. Come around. Free I say. Okay, these rally again. I'll have to do something about that. Not with you. You can't roll a discipline check to save your lives, apparently. Neither can they, so fair recompense. The mongrel pack are back. We can do something later. Right, they're going to swing around next turn, but I should be able to get away from them for the most part. So you just come back here and show those alphas who's boss. You're basically stuck. You're going to have to come all the way around here and go exactly back in the opposite direction that you were going previously. Good use of your turn there. Good boy, sorry about that. Kind of dragging you around the houses. Minotaurs doing Minotaur things. Yeah, they're all dead. Riveting stuff there. And then they can't do any damage to me. Nothing else we really want to or need to do. Oh no, the terrifying monstrosities coming from me. Oh, okay, never mind. Right, that's the hassle here. Your last rally, just. So, as today. Now, fortunately, it's not in a position to actually hit the giant, so if I just move everyone out sort of out of the way, it's not going to be able to do anything to me. I'll just come up here, and you just sort of move forward a touch. Yeah, we're fine. Their positioning is just bad enough for me to get away with it. I'm all the way around here to eventually flank something. Your Ratkin Alphas are big, but Ironhide is bigger. Stomp, stomp. They're already routing this turn. Great. So a good illustration of using the flee mechanic there to avoid disadvantageous fights when you can. So our Shaman leveled up. Well, we don't really care about post-battle loot anymore. There are no more fights to have, and the one extra wound isn't really going to make much of a difference most of the time. So maybe he gets a stat and is more useful in combat. Yeah, there you go. He's power 5. Great. And Longhorn also leveled. Interesting. You can increase his skill, which is just nice for consistency, or greater Warcry. Warcry also gives +2 move speed. So they get a power. It's not really that useful because I would use Warcry in a turn when I want to increase power on a lot of things, and that usually means that a lot of things are currently engaged in combat. So you'd have to kind of synergize it to be perfectly used such that you have half of your army in combat and half of your army getting into position that turn to get into combat the next turn. So it's really, really kind of awkward to use. I'm just going to take the skill for consistency. Then the mongrel pack leveled. Their skill, okay, fine. I was hoping for even more of them, but what you're making skill is perfectly reasonable here. Okay, now for our gold. The Ibex Warriors heals 3 each time, and I'm going to want to take a point of XP at the site, so I'm going to heal now. And then I'll go up to 10, and then I can level up as well, which is good. The Chariot will get 3 back when I go to the site, so it'll be at 4 and get a level. I think 4 of 5 is good enough to justify taking the gold. Maybe get 4 gold, probably not. This will heal to full at the campsite, don't worry about it. These will heal to full at the campsite, they're fine. As will these, they're fine. You're already full HP, so just gold. Yeah, nice little extra bump there. Right, going to our last random event. See what this is. Magical artifact. So Sword of Ruin, +1 power, permanently on Shaman, and then once per battle you can throw a fireball. I'm going to sell it because I think that'll give me just enough gold to actually buy a new unit in the final armory that we're about to go into. 504. Yes, I mean I could do anyway, but now I can buy it and get a bunch of upgrades as well. Okay, so we have another chariot for mount, but for who? I would presume that's you, Mr. Shaman? So do I want another chariot? Do I want harpies, or do I want... I don't want the mongrel skirmishers, we're clearly doing an all melee run, so it's these two. I really don't value chariots particularly highly, they're kind of so inconsistent, I don't trust them to take a flank and like handle it on their own, so probably the harpies. It's expensive, it would only leave me with, what, 10 and then 104, so 114 gold. What I want to do with 114 gold, 70 there, 110, and that would basically be it. I mean, yeah, that's not terrible. That basically buys everything I want to. So yeah, let's take the harpies. And a nice fast flying unit would be worth a lot. Okay, the extra unit size is fantastic. Going from 5 to 10 massively increases the damage output. And I think I've got 2 points in Recruiter, so I'm hopeful to see that. And then I can get the random stat on them as well. So let's go. The unit size is just more consistent in terms of the sheer amount of value you get. So I'll take that, and I can benefit from it when I go to the campsite. I don't get the random stat, fine. I'll just take the skill. Just make them more consistent at fighting. Okay, and then 114. There's no upgrades for them, so I want the banner of swiftness on these so they can actually move around. They're a bit slow. The Hex of Ruin is still arguably the best spell in the game. Pick an enemy unit and reduce their defense by 3, so just utterly cripple a target for a round of melee. Leaving me with 39. Originally I was planning on the Banner of Mist, so to make them hard to shoot at, but they're probably not going to be shot at a lot. Anything else I really want? Shroud for cover? Not really. Banner of Valor? Not really. Yeah, I'll just take the Banner of Mist. That's perfectly reasonable. Okay, heading to our campsite and get everyone ship shape, or as best as we can. So there's a bunch of things where it doesn't matter, so there I'll have to make a choice between these two. I'd rather the XP. For the extra wound, fine. It comes out as exactly the same. You can either have the extra wound and be 5 of 6, or you could take the healing and be 5 of 5. Whatever. This is fine as it is. You get your level, which is cool. That's really irritating. I don't benefit from any of those. No more gold to be had, no more replenishment, so more unit size I can't use. Okay, fair enough. You're maxed out. You're not going to get any more XP, you're not going to get more XP, you're not going to matter. You can get a level, which is cool. And you get yet another attack. Ooh, all the unit size. Okay, right. So think about it. So there's 3 of them, and they're getting 6 attacks each for 18 in total. If you take an extra attack, they go for 7 each, which is 21. Or you can... Oh, no, it doesn't work. I was going to say, if you add a Minotaur, you can go up to 4 Minotaurs and have 6, 12, 18, 24 attacks. But we have no ability to get that extra Minotaur. There's no more replenishment in the game. So, no, we just have to take the Offensive Mastery. 7 each. It's more than most characters I play with. And then the harpies will just heal because you can't do anything else. Okay, let's check the army before I do anything. So the hounds are maxed out. I can't move them any further to the right, so that's what I do. This mongrel pack is obviously not staying that tight up. You might as well... Well, that's 7 across. That's maxed out, and I can still fill 3 ranks. Okay, you're done. The Ibex Warriors. Do I want to stretch you like that? Yeah, maybe. It just gives them more attacks, I guess. And everyone else is fine as they are. Perfect. There's my all melee Goatmen Raiders. Move forward and hit them real hard kind of army. Against the Verdant Sentinel. So, more elves shooting at us. I'm noticing a bit of a theme throughout this campaign. Okay, so it's a bit of an awkward map, this one with this one on the side, so all the stuff here will kind of try and squash its way around the corner. But I'm happy to still put the dogs on the flank. There's that chariot, there it is. You can come forward a bit and tank any annoying shooting they have. In fact, you can stand in the cover because that'll make you more resilient to their annoying shooting. We can put the harpies in the terrain because they ignore it. They can just fly and not be slowed down, which is useful. I'll put you there. Maybe we'll away the minotaurs on this side. Just a bit back so you're not the primary target for anything. I don't want you being shot particularly. I guess I could just do this and have them body block. If I just shove the mongrel pack in such a position where I intend to have them die, like they'll get shot by everything and they'll be charged by something, but the really precious stuff isn't being targeted, so I'm happy with it. You, I don't really know, left or right, probably there, she's okay. Yeah, we'll live with that. Right, so Verdant Sentinels is a lizardman, or well, the reptilian kingdoms, and wood elves, or deep wood guards. So flame lizards, they're going to come forward and I suspect roast my poor mongrel pack. Can't do anything about that. I guess I could try. I was about to try shooting them first with what? The rock thrower and the shit and the shaman with shadow bolt are too far away. So no, we won't be doing that. Even if I tried. Let's have a look at my the range is paltry. So no, we're just going to stand where we are. I guess I could back away a touch to try and deny the shot. You can't, they're just going to come forward too close, aren't they? Okay, we've got bruisers here. Can I get into their side? I can easily get into their side. We do have a dragon we have to contend with at some point, so let's think about, dealing with that. I'm just going to pass because their shooting is mostly short range. More bruisers there to deal with. Pass again. Before they come. Yeah, and they're both just going to edge into range. Although we are pretty tough with defense 5, so they're not going to do a whole lot. Yeah, just 1-1. Pretty minuscule damage. Okay, you're very eager to participate in combat, it seems, but we've also got fast units back here, so an eagle can get into combat. I can ignore the mute priest and the dryads for now. Dryads? Oh, I see, they're using the model of the... Look suspiciously like a unit of Ibex warriors, but never mind, we'll ignore that. Guess they don't have their individual models yet. Okay, so they're yet to move the dragon, they've got some shooting skirmishes there, which I'm prepared to ignore. They'll come forward. I hope they don't reach me because it's the one thing I really don't want to fight head on. Right. You can flank something, they're going to come into me, so just move to here. Well, don't move too far over because then you won't be able to charge the lizard, so just this will do. You have your choice of units there. Bizarrely move to there and completely block yourself from charging anything. While it's true that flying units can ignore the line drawing thing for declaring charges, they still have to be able to draw line of sight. So currently they have no line of sight on any target, they're just blocked. So yeah, free to ignore them. So if I have you charge that, I guess I could have the Minotaurs charge that one. I think they could fit in there. It does leave them in a bit of an awkward position where they're going to get stuck with some really hard fights in a row, so maybe not. I'd like to see where they move before I commit my harpies. Can I get you into the flank of that unit, do you think, without being bothered by these bruisers? I mean, you could do that easily enough, but you're going to get caught by that unit, obviously. So I can easily get to there and reach them, but it's then going to become a question of can I intercept these with something so I can pull off my charge. Also, it would be nice not to be shot by that unit, so let's just do this. Just be a bit further forward and twist, so I'm going to make it so I can see them to countercharge if I have to, and then also I don't get unnecessarily targeted by that unit. I mean, they might just come forward and hit me anyway, which I can do. Let's just move a bit further forward in that case to be safe. Good, happy with that. Somewhat blocked your giant there, but okay. The amazing range damage of that Triceratops there, showing me who's boss. You can charge anything you want, probably the eagles. With the eagles engaged, you can come forward and hit those. They're going to come barreling forward. I don't particularly care. You haven't got a lot to do because of all the awkward squashing that's going on here. I think we can presume they'll be pinned in place, so I can just move you up here so you can charge the lizard and get some use out of the minotaurs. Yeah, that's okay. They're going around, which is interesting. That makes it easy for me to commit my harpies now. I could probably get straight into their back, which is quite nice. They're a tough unit. Getting them kind of crippled now would be a good idea. There's nothing there that can stop them. That leaves these three and their skirmishers and the dragon. So you obviously aren't going to be able to reach anything to help this turn, so just come forward somewhat. No spells to use on anything in combat, so just throw a shadow bolt or something. Good, 2 wounds off of that. Just come forward and twist a bit. Right, you're going to go right to there and take on my feral giant in a straight fight. Okay, you did 2 wounds to start, but that means that's kind of the perfect outcome for me. I wanted the feral giant to engage this if I had a choice, so yeah, let's do it. I'm willing to take you on. I do 2 wounds, you do 2 wounds, we'll call it a draw. But more importantly, when we get to the combat phase, I get to flank you, because you've overcommitted. They haven't shot my dogs, excellent. They shot the more durable chariot, which doesn't roll saves very well anyway, but okay. Right, so I can now move you into position to flank those bruisers, thereby ensuring that I can... I was about to say thereby ensuring that I can flank this one, but I can't because they're sort of in the way. So if I go far back enough to do this, I end up being hit by the bruisers. So I can draw my straight line there. So I need to get to at least there, which then gets in the way of my own charge. Where's the centre? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there. There to... there. No, I think you're being very optimistic. I think you go straight for your own unit to do that. There's no way I can get over there to stop it. I go straight forward because of this blasted wood. I guess I can ignore them and just assume that they're going to fight the Goatmen Shaman and go with a straight battle. Yeah, why not? Okay, I'll just have you back far enough to pull this off and hope that my Ibex warriors there can tough it out. There is okay, I think that's good. Now I can reach them without interruption. You could hit those in the side, or those if you were so inclined. No power this turn, please. Okay, there's the most in-depth movement phase of the campaign. How are we going to do this? So, I could intercept now, but then I might end up getting caught, so let's do this first to make sure they're stuck in place. Good, I can now do this because there's nothing that can bother me. Do that while I have the chance. No charges on their part, good, so I'll have you... do this. You intercept those. You come over and hit that. Okay. The Mongol pack's going to get burned again. I can't stop it. I think that's most of my army engaged. The hounds could flank this unit. So they don't get their charge with their annoying great weapons. It gives me more defense. And it'll put you in a more convenient position. It means you aren't shot by this unnecessarily. Yeah, go on then. We could just hammer those bruisers right now. Nothing for you to do. I particularly want you to. So yeah, that's all but one of my units engaged already. This might not work. No, I'm allowed to phase through. I kind of... yeah, so you have to be careful. If you can do the charges and then declare it, you're allowed to just skip through, kind of cheekily. We have almost everyone engaged in combat, so I'm just going to go and use the power now. Doing the calculations for all of these, if it will make a difference, then it would be a bit of a hassle for no reason. Oh, nice Mongol pack. Hey, look, it's a nice comprehensive 7x3 unit now. Okay, I'm happy to pass a bunch because, well, let's think about this. Yeah, use your Curse Standard now. This is a tough unit and we're hitting it head on. Do you want to use any of these spells? Greater Fury, someone who needs help. The Giant should probably be fine. We have has better skill than me, so they'll be hitting on 3s re-rolling. I'll see how this goes, and if I need to start using spells to assist you, I will later, but I think with Putrid Stench you'll be okay. You might need a bit of a hand here. You don't want to get stuck with all of those. We should just win this, because yeah, they're going to get a lot of attacks into me, but I can do a lot to them. Hex of Ruining, that one's probably not a bad idea. Well, what are we, power 6, 7 on the charge? 8, because of... and they're in defense 3, it makes no difference. We'll be doing... it will help the dogs a bit, but our damage will be hitting them on 6s, so not there. You'll kill that, you'll kill that. I mean, there's nothing too urgent, so it's one of these two needs help, and of the two, I suspect you're the most dire. So if I go ahead and give you reroll hits is the most consistent thing I do, because that's, you have a limited number of attacks, so I'd like you to hit consistently. The eagle is going to do eagle things. If you want to get side charged by a mongrel pack, I'm not inclined to stop you. They've divine favoured. Hilarious. They've chosen the divine favour of the lizard, so the lizard now has +1 skill. That will definitely change that battle outcome. Alright, here we go, the big fight. Amguk Mossweaver against Templar Bruisers, so we're quite strong. He does 2 wounds to one of them, they got 3 wounds each, and then the Ibex Warriors, 11 hits and power 8, so oh yeah. Hit back, they might do a bit of damage. Okay, take 1 or 2, and then the dogs are just having fun. Get them, boys. Good boys. Unit eaten. Okay, we gave you the reroll, which didn't apply to you apparently. You hit every time. Double 6. The chariot is power 11. Holy moly. And it's bugged. I can't even. Usually when you hover over it, you can see the pluses and the minuses, but I can't even see what's generating the power anymore. So it's Greater Fury for +2 power. Warcry for +1, so that's 3. Scythe Wheels for +1, that's 4. Crushing Charge for +2, so that's +6, and then Hand Wave +1, so that's +7. I think so. It starts at a base of 4 and has gone up to 11. If you've ever seen more than power 11, let me know. That's pretty incredible. The 4s. Okay, we got 1 extra hit. That's great. You will be saving on 6s. Everything on the game will be saving on 6+ against that. Yeah, I'll take some damage back. Not surprising. That should be enough to instantly break them, though. Yep. They somehow don't run off the field, okay? Okay, the Noble hits me once because of Putrid Stench, dealing no damage because I'm tough as nails. And power 8 because of Warcry, which is great because I'm going to wound it on 6s. Ah, only a single hit, unfortunate. No, you take your 1 wound. 3s, but re-rolling for the dragon. Still hits me 3 times. I take a wound. Okay, but I win. Yay. They break as well, funny. It'll take a while to reach him, which is a bit annoying. Okay, the Harpies, how are you going to do? They are better skill, which is unfortunate, so you don't hit very well. But you are power 6, so start tearing them apart. They also break. Over here, this is pretty easy. Might lose 1 or 2 dogs to retaliatory hits, but otherwise, yeah. They've only got 2 wounds each. Pterodactyl Riders, they're really quite bad, is my assessment. Yeah, and this is pretty sure. 21 attacks re-rolling. 7 each. You are extraordinarily dead 2 times over. In exchange for nothing. Mulch them, crush them, pulp them, smush them. There you go. So you can deal with this. You're going to take that head on. That's fine. I'm happy to take the fight. You can charge into that. I'm going to have you charge there just so they don't... They're going to shoot you, so you might as well just take the charge anyway. You'll die in combat, but it's fine. You can charge over them if you want. I don't particularly want to. I'd rather have something else turn around and deal with it. I think that's all I want to do. I can have you start chasing down the dragon. Yeah, that'll do me. Now they come. I'm just going to pass a bunch. They have no more range stuff to bother me with. These divine favour themselves, which is irrelevant because my skill is still 1 better than theirs. I think it does allow them to reroll discipline checks, I guess. They've moved annoyingly just in range where if I win this combat they'll be able to charge me. If they're an inch further forward I can get a flank for free, but never mind. You continue pursuing this in case it comes back. It will probably rally given its high discipline, so yeah, throwing a rock and charging it in the back now is a good idea. Wow, ouch. They're coming back, which is not at all surprising. I'll have you get into their rear, like so. They're also coming back again. Great discipline, so not surprised. We'll have the hounds deal with this one. Into the back. You also come back. So they failed a bunch of easy discipline checks last turn, and in recompense they'll pass a bunch of them now. You come up here to start engaging those Saurus warriors. And then spells, not wasting Shadow, so Hex of Ruin or Greater Fury, something. You're probably dead. They'll get 10 attacks. They'll hit an average of 5 times. Are there any power 2 though? So why is fine favour there. So I'm defense 5, so I can do get 2 up save. I could, in theory... Well, there's nothing I can do to increase my defensive property, so unfortunately I think I'm just going to have to suck up losing you. So you're going to kill that, no problem. I'm going to help this one out because it's defense 7, the accursed Triceratops, so I'm going to bounce off. If I lower its defense to 4 with Hex of Ruin and I'm power 5, it then goes to 5, so yeah, it's worth it. It's massively worth it. So congratulations, you're now defense 4. Okay. Nahatal Fireborn is going to do no damage to my Minotaurs. And the Triceratops itself hits twice. There's a wound, fine. 3s, re-rolling, 20 hits, 13 wounds dead. So if I didn't, it would have been saving on 3s and it would have taken 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wounds and still have been alive. The Hex of Ruin there, proving its worth. I suspect you just die because you're a very pathetic eagle. Yeah, doing nothing in exchange, it seems about right. And Chihuahuas feel like trying lizard. Turns out it was delicious. Did have a bit of bite to it, but all spicy meals tend to do so. And you are, I'm afraid, dead. I just did this so you didn't get hit by the arrows. Not a single one, let's go. Prove me wrong, what a boss. Okay, intercept those. I'm going to charge you in the rear because they'll be coming back no matter what. You're not doing that either. We'll just take that head on. Dryads versus Minotaurs should be relatively easy. You can start flanking those when they come for those. Do you want to hit them in the back? They're discipline 6, 7 with the rank. They'll probably come back, so yeah, you could just charge them. Good. Confirm. Okay, move into an awkward position. I think I can flank you with this unit now, which is fairly unique given their terrible move speed. But yeah, they're giving me the flank for free. Thank you. Good. Spells, who wants a bit of help? They're what, defense 5? I'm only power 5. They've got 2 wounds each and there's 10 of them, so there's 20 wounds worth of enemy to cut through. They're discipline 10, but they're not fearless, so any damage I do does count. So either I reduce their defense or I increase my power. Either way is basically synonymous, so yeah, let's just go with increase their defense, I guess. Makes them defense 2, and I'm power 5, so yeah, that gets a difference of 3, so perfect threshold. Other things I can do, you might hold on versus, well, I doubt it's too many dog attacks. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 7 hits on average. Power 5 against defense 3, so 5 up saves. It's a bit difficult, 4.333 wounds on average. And then a flank for 5, win by 5. Discipline 8, they have what, a rank, so 4, they should run away mathematically, we should be okay. So yeah, I'll just have you positioned to help these in case they hold on. I'll have you come over here and start menacing those because they're the most likely to resist, and this unit as well. Dryads hit me. Yeah, killing a Minotaur, fine. I do catastrophic damage. 17 wounds is pretty good. Yeah, no, finish off the last 2. 9 hits above average. Killing 6, so they did slightly above our calculated threshold. But then so did they. They rolled a double 1. And over here, I have better skill than these, which is amusing. Wow, they can't roll a save to save their lives, quite literally. Okay, the greatest duel of all time. The character's a wound. And then Ironhide squashing Starflight. No, 665, no damage. We're stuck here for another turn. I presume you're eventually going to win that. You're just giving them false hope. Our Longhorn and Chariot, yeah, does a bunch of damage to a very fragile unit. Very good. Okay. I think not. And you can just get in there and kill them off. Nothing for either of you to do. No, that's already handled. Right, you're going to kill that no problem, so you just stand there. Well, they'll be able to maybe rear charge them, so if you just get there to flank charge them if they hold on. This needs something to deal with it. Probably the harpies are the most damage output. I'm just undecided. Maybe I'll choose one or the other. I'm going to leave the epic duel there. I'm not going to sully the outcome by getting involved. And I can Greater Fury myself or Wild Fjorm Amguk. Well, Greater Fury applies to both the unit and him, and it gets me to power 7 on him, 8 because I charged, which is perfect, and power 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 on those. So yeah, great, and I get to reroll. That's by far the best option. Wild Form is a bit unfortunate that it tends to get outclassed by basically all of the damage increase spells you can pick up. Dogs eat 4 more. This is going to hurt though because they're quite competent with their rerolls and their high number of attacks. Competent enough to in fact kill every single one of the good boys. How dare you? They will be remembered in feral hound heaven. In recompense, Ironhide steps on Starflight, who gets all of their attacks denied because of putrid stench. I'm too smelly to hit, I'm afraid. Over here, Amguk. It's once. Soaring War is usually pretty tough at defense 5, but not against power 8 and power 9 units re-rolling. Yep. Nothing in return. Goodbye. And these, can we finish off these dryads? There's still quite a few of them, maybe not. Yeah, there's one left, so we survive that. Strange the AI thinks it has as much of a chance as it believes it does. You just keep hitting them. I can't reach there, which is a bit annoying, and they can't even see them, so no one can reach. I guess we could chariot those rather than harpy. Could even flank them, but no, we'll leave the glory to you, Boraros. They rally with their good morale, not surprising, so I guess one in the back, one in the flank. We want to be in a position where we can actually see them be in the woods. Not there, you went too far. That'll do. Forward march. I have Shadow Bolt. I cast 3 auto hits. Good. Everyone else just, I don't know, chill. You've got a rock to throw if you can get in a position to do so. Of course you can. You're in cover, so it does almost nothing. Yeah, this is all taken care of. Let's just skip. Minotaurs. 11 hits. Can you do a single wound to a giant? Yeah, somehow I thought so. And over here, you killing off these dancers to vengeance for the good boys. They're actually going to survive, annoyingly. I was kind of hoping they'd all die. We're keeping those 2 alive for later. For punishments worse than death. Heart of Darkness. Complete the campaign with the Goatmen Shaman. I never did that, did I? Victory for the beasts. Right, yeah. Play the high difficulties, that's how we did. Model losses, pretty high. Usually you're aiming at around the 10 to 1 threshold, but with an all melee army that has a lot of chaff in it, yeah, we're going to take a couple casualties, which is okay. Who MVP'd? 59. I'm going to get, even though we picked them up kind of subsequently into the campaign, I'd wager almost anything the Minotaurs end up killing the most things. 36 for you, you're more of a tank unit. The dogs did pretty good. 101 on Ironhide, he was our primary damage dealer, at least until the Stone Crushers came along. There you go. The reason why they're so good, to clarify, there's a bunch of things going for Minotaurs that make them ideal campaign units, so a kind of glimpse into what you want to be aiming for. Multi-wound things are fantastic because you can take damage on them and then not actually lose models, so you can just keep taking gold. So 1 or 2 wounds that you normally will amass some wounds here or there. So a good illustration is my dog units, where even if I get a flank, occasionally they'll take 1 or 2 damage. I was like, okay, well 3 is not really enough and I have to heal them instead of taking gold. Minotaurs can take those 1 or 2 wounds and not care. They just come out full HP. Otherwise, other than that, they're great skill, good power, amazing number of attacks. The attack numbers are crucial. It's one of the best stats in the game. And then it's that plus frenzy. So they have a high number of attacks and they hit so consistently because of the reroll. You can trust them to deal with basically anything. So great durability. I mean, only defense 4, but from a practical standpoint, think about the campaign. They have good durability and amazingly consistent damage output. Good movement. They're not slow. They're movement 12, so they can get them where you need them to be. Basically, no flaws. They're borderline a perfect unit. Oh, is it? Harpies came out on 0 kills because the stats don't count from that final battle. So whatever these kills are, add a bunch more. We can go back and add them to how much damage we did. So you don't get your credit for squashing a dragon, I'm afraid, Ironhide. It's not on there. Didn't count. But otherwise, yeah, Amguk has succeeded. We have prevailed. Excellent work. Right, thank you very much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed that. If so, please do like and subscribe. It really does help out the channel and I appreciate it very much. We're growing nice and steadily, so it's very pleasing to see. I'm glad people are liking the SOVL content. If you do want to see more SOVL, then by all means, please do leave ideas for what you'd like to see down in the comments. I'm more than happy to take kind of themed-based runs on board. I think there's a couple more ideas I have, and then we're going to move into cracking out some max difficulty campaigns to kind of show you what that's like and show you how to kind of min-max and beat the campaign if you really just want to smash it. Otherwise, if you just want to chat down in the comment section with me or each other, that's fine too. Thank you very much. I'll see you next time.